Hey, man, is that Double D? Yeah, man. Well, turn it up, man.
Let's just go in and, like, kill all the orcs, right? They're the bad guys, who gives a shit? We just hack and slash and we loot their dead bodies, right? Hack and slash, kill them all, you know, conquer the infidels.
Boy, that campaign sounds like a barrel of fun, doesn't it?
Somebody who's opening a refrigerator and leaning in, right, is the language of a woman. Somebody who's opening the refrigerator and being cut off halfway through that lean is the voice of like a mermaid or a siren. Right?
This is not the face of the hobby anymore. And I think there's been mistakes made in years past where people assumed that D&D players were all, you know, white dudes in a basement. Which has been a faulty assumption for a lot of years and gets more and more false every day. And so it's, in my viewpoint, honestly, guys like me can't leave soon enough.
I just had to be born with empathy and a weakness for socialism and femboys.
You gotta put a little hot sauce on the taco, you know what I mean?
We want this dwarf to be the dwarfiest dwarf.
Right.
We want the elf to be the elfiest elf.
And just the dashiest dash of Tabasco.
Their voices need to carry across water.
I'm a creative. It's a huge drain, right? Because fans can be awful.
When we got the descriptions, they were very adamant. They were like, try not to make it like a white blonde guy. Like, please, like, we love them, but there's like 500 million of them.
The diversity that the characters need to have needs to reflect the gaming world now. The mix of people that are playing these games, you know, it's not, 13-year-old white boys held up in their basements. It's a very diverse crowd,
You say white lives matter, they don't. White lives don't matter because white lives aren't a thing.
What's this? What's this? It's the jacket. The jacket.
Lutherville, Marina Del X, Otisburg. Who's this monster? She's got her own place. Otisburg. It's a little bitty place. Otisburg. Okay, I just wipe it off. That's all. It's a little town. Yep.
We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
5, 4, 3. Great, Sam.
We dumping chump. It's a landslide, sir.
On guard.
Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis!
Double zeros, baby!
Mama's wrong again.
I didn't
No kind of Sanders, you're wrong.
Oh my.
This thing has a mind of its own.
It does.
I didn't press not one thing.
How is everybody doing? It's like the mics are okay. Crazy Mouse.
I'm in the house.
Mouse in the house.
No Rogan tonight.
No Rogan. Yep. Things are a little hectic here. It is very windy here. Our power collectively already went out once. I'll grab that first one. Oh, please. Are you kidding me?
Let me see if I can get it for you.
Hold on. One second, fellas.
Get the AV club in here.
Get the AV club. Our power went out kind of like right before the show. And yeah.
Spartan says thank you for being on Rumble.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
We got you.
Thank you. I think we just need to
reboot the hard drive.
Yeah, we just need to do a little Kniffler valve here. See if this works. One second, fellas.
Shark sighting.
Oh, shark sighting.
Oh my
Holy
goodness
smokes.
gracious.
Well, guys, I'll tell you what. I will continue to try to do this, but first, why don't you talk about one of your favorite movies, Crazy Mouse? As we all know, somebody just passed away.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer, last night. My favorite Western, we brought that up maybe about a month ago on the show, like favorite Westerns, and that one won for me, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So many one-liners from that movie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So many. We were just talking about it right now. In fact, if we ever get things up and running, we got a whole bunch of drops for you guys tonight.
Well, those should work.
Nix it. I'm your Huckleberry or I'm your Hucklebearer. Which one is it?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to read the super chats. Right now, I'm having trouble getting them up, guys. My apologies, but I can read them. Disco Barbarian, $5. Yard Dog Brothers, Sword Sisters, a sad one today with the passing of Val Kilmer.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. May he shine half as bright in heaven as he did on earth. Yep. Great actor. Like I said on Twitter, apparently they said he's difficult to deal with, but that's just a bunch of Hollywood people. Who knows? James, DM James.
$1 million.
Yep, $1 million. $20.
Thank you.
What did I miss? Not much.
Yeah,
technical snafus galore.
Yeah, you're looking at it.
We'll see if it works on maybe on another screen here. Patrick Demo, what a day to pass. Everyone would question its validity. Oh yeah. April Fools and all that. Thank you, Patrick, for $5. Tell you what, I'm just going to go here. See if they are not appearing, guys.
How about one from the Badger?
Ooh, Badger, $5. Quick reminder: Trollord's Castle Zagig on backer kit closes in just under 2 days. Show him some love.
Definitely.
Indeed.
Yep.
Indeed. Good guys. Real good guys. I'll make a featured chat overlay. Okay, one second here. I might be able to do this. I might just be able to do this.
Smash the like button while we're trudging along.
Well, we're trudging along here.
Shark, I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good, my man.
Let's see. That's not going to work either. I can tell you guys this. First of all, VengerCon coming up. Now, I am not sure if I am going to be able to make it, guys. Our schedule's a little hectic, so
I already know I'm 1,000,000% out. I think that's Derek Mouse's graduation party weekend.
Yeah. So
I'm almost positive, I should say.
It is hella fun. It is hella fun, guys. So please make the trip if you oops. Well, that doesn't the heck does that what is that doing? Oh, there we go. We got it. Just hold on one second here. We got it. You're just going to have a odd green background.
Little lime green action. Nothing wrong with that.
All right. So, James, what did I miss?
This.
Yeah, you missed this. Sorry, I couldn't get yours. Yours fell off, DB, but as always, thank you, buddy. Badger. Yep. About that.
There's one.
Yep. Scudda for Mike. See y'all in the replay.
Oh, my goodness.
He's in, he's out.
He's like, screw this. Technical difficulties. I'm out of here.
Yep. All right. Not only that, so I think we good. Let's see. We'll sweep that off. Oh, wow. That is brutal. We're just going to have to deal with it. Just going to have to deal with that lime green thing. However, I may not be at VengerCon.
Oh, we got another one.
I will be at Central New York Con with the great Greg Gillespie. I'm hoping he is still going. This is Roger Rebish's. So that is June 14th and 15th. Me and Mrs. D will be there. So hope you guys can make it. It's close to Cooperstown. We're going to see if we can maybe take a trip there. All right, let's see. See if we can. Double D in the house, says Hungar. Another great Wednesday brought to you by Carl's Jr. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah. Chris, I was thumbing through your magazine. We got them.
Yep, got the magazines. We're going to have a little giveaway here. We have a couple copies of the latest Mad Scribe that we want to get into. Apparently, Will Wheaton went crazy.
Hit this one, buddy.
Oh yeah, Doc Flamingo, The Secret of the Diversity and Dragons, The Secret of the Ooze. Thank you, Doc. Boy, Chris, that makes me now want to go. Like I said, if at all I can, I'm going to try. I am going to try, buddy. It's just our schedule, like I said, is really, really hectic. Okay. Let's see. Today is the day of trans lunacy. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, I thought I had that. Who would have something that says green page background, and when you turn it off,
nothing happens?
Nothing happens. It's like, why would you do that? Okay. That out. And of course, we're also going the week after Central New York Con. Mrs. D and I, we're also going to Origins. Columbus, Ohio. Craig Bragg might make the trip to Central New York.
Oh, look at that!
That would be awesome. Be great to meet you, sir. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Wee Willie Wheaton went crazy. Say it ain't so. Yeah. Say it ain't so. All right. So I may need control.
You got it
here to do the thing. Oh, there we go. It's looking ugly like everything on today's show, except for this beautiful chat we have. Former Star Trek star Will Wheaton rants about transgenderism, claiming he will never forgive the people who voted for Donald Trump. The popsicle head.
We were just going through our production meeting, and I just said, how does that neck support that head?
Yeah. God, it's such soy. I'll get the
Hallister.
Happy Liberation Day, everyone. Yes, I was watching the press conference. The thing is, they're charging us all these tariffs, and we're like, for all these countries, we're just charging them like half of what they're charging us. So even there, like, we're still not going ham. But oh well. It's a start. Yep. I got control. I'll just they get set up, I'll knock them down, buddy. Will Wheaton is number 1 on my list. You just made the list, buddy. Thank you, Hungar. James.
Clear out of here.
Thank you very much. That is going off as usual, which is good. James, $10. Thank you, buddy. Good Lord, you're already in. He's already into us for 30 large.
You running the show now.
When can we expect the Double D remake of Hall of the Mountain King by Sabotage? I don't know. You gonna help me, buddy?
That's what the $10 is for.
That's right. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I see. I'm doing all the work. Just another reason to vote for Trump. Exactly, DB. Thank you, buddy. Yep. Will Wheaton is known as the most obnoxious. But this is, by the way, is from John Delarose's site, I do believe, Fandom Pulse. So good site, definitely on our side. So obviously, put this on your bookmarks. Will Wheaton is known as one of the most obnoxious virtue signaling leftists on the internet. Boy, you ain't kidding. The Next Generation actor posted an Instagram story telling trans people he will never forgive the people who voted for what you're going through right now. What are they going through? We will get into this in a moment. You will see the full lunacy of these people in an apparent shot at Donald Trump supporters. People only remember Will Wheaton as Wesley Crusher. Shut up, Wesley. Yeah, let's become.
Did he really say that on the show?
He did.
Oh, okay.
He did. And his mom on the show was very pissed about it, but he deserved
his
it.
real life mom?
No, his TV
mom?
TV mom. Yeah, she was the doctor on the Enterprise. Beverly Crusher. She was also the wife in The Hunt for Red October, I do believe.
Oh, okay.
Gates McFadden. Tumultuous time on social medias. Political rants, is moralizing, grandstanding, all true. And is trying to be the face of geek culture, have made thousands of fans roll their collective eyes at him. Well, when he was just the face of geek culture and didn't get political, I think more or less everybody was okay with him. He may have been a little cringy, but now, Not so much. In recent years, as even that stardom was fading, Wil Wheaton has decided to become a left-wing activist, driven off of Twitter far before Elon Musk took over. That is true. He attacked Curb Your Enthusiasm star Larry David. That happened last year over a promotional stunt.
Where he punched Elmo?
Yeah, he punched Elmo. Then he attacked, I don't even know if this one might have escaped my purview. He attacked Zach Levi. How could you attack Chuck?
We talked about that on the show.
Oh, okay. All right. Must have.
It was like for, doesn't Zachary Levi, doesn't he do a bunch of charity work?
Yes.
And Wil Wheaton didn't like it?
Yeah, that's typical. At the end of last year, Wheaton posted virtue signaling that Star Trek is somehow meant to be some LGBTQ plus blah, 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 blah signal. There we go. I am anguished. I am heartbroken. I am afraid of what's coming for people I love. They said this in 2016, and what happened? Nothing.
Cavs won the world championship. That's what happened.
Right. Penguins won back-to-back Stanley Cups. We had the best economy in the world. All was good, Will. Even the trans people benefited from that. I'm shocked that my country just gave 247 years of democracy away overnight. Why? It's like it makes no sense. We live in a different country now. You said that before. Exactly how violent and cruel and hateful this new country has yet to be revealed, but it's going to be pretty terrible. These people have wasted 8 years of their lives when it's all said and done. And honestly, they still had the TDS while
President Biden was in.
President Biden was in office. 12 years of your life. I mean, that's like 15% of your life or something. Good Lord. I mean, when Biden was president, I didn't like it, but good Lord, I mean, I didn't wake up every day like these lunatics. Yay. Wait, can you run that last one by me again? Larry David punched Elmo. Yeah, he did. Look it up, Asterion. Yeah, it was like on like the Today Show or something like that, or Good Morning America.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and Wil Wheaton like flipped his lid over it.
Because he was punched as a kid or something, remember?
Well, he says he was. You know, funny how none of that stuff ever came out till his star started to wane a little bit, and then all of a sudden he became a professional victim. I knew they were always here, but I always believed that there were more good, kind, compassionate people who chose light over darkness. Oh, there we go. America's back to this open embrace of fascist authoritarianism. No, as usual, you people are the fascist authoritarians, wanting to tell people what to do, how to live. We are for freedom, baby. Always have been. I mentioned to some folks earlier that I believe it's important that we allow ourselves to feel the feelings, honor them without judgment. For a lot of us, it's the greatest betrayal by our fellow Americans we have ever experienced. God, this guy.
Where was this on?
Instagram, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Hungar for 5. Is the plus in LGBTQ plus the premium version of gay? No, but funny you should mention that. I'm going to play something for you, Hungar, that says what the plus is from a very unexpected source. In fact, maybe I'll do that first. Oh no, they're getting rid of corruption and fraud, the humanity, says Chris Miller.
I love knowledge. Hey, Double D!
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
doing
Chris.
doing that blind crazy mouse. Well done. Patrick Demo. Will is very unpopular with the True Dungeon crew. Some of them told me he doesn't live up to that don't be a dick phrase. He never has. From everything I've heard in person, he really is a jerk. Just like not like an extravagant jerk in person, but just a real like low-key a-hole. The board game show he did on Geek and Sundry. A lot of people had some things to say about him. James, $2. Canada will never get a Stanley Cup again. Yeah, you know what? I kind of used to root for some Canadian teams. Now I used to be like, maybe some of these other markets in Canada, they should, maybe like Quebec City should get their team back. Fuck them. I hope Florida and Tampa split along with Pittsburgh, just split the Stanley Cups for like the next 50 years. It's like, fuck you. Trans Day of Visibility. Another made up holiday. Yeah, well, that's the theme of the show, the Trans Day of Visibility, which was March 31st. Should have been April 1st because it is a joke. To promote disordered lifestyles of men pretending to be women. Yep. What the fuck?
You know who he looks like?
Go ahead.
Do you remember that girl that wouldn't named her kid Sparrow or something and wouldn't tell the kid if it was like a boy or a girl?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I remember that.
I'm gonna find that.
Go ahead. Yeah, look at it. My memory just might need jogged. Dr. Urias, there is no sunshine in the shadow of the wizard. Yes, the great Ronnie James. Dio. Yep. When are you doing another Dio video? No promises there. That was an endeavor. But I'll have you know that song subtly impacted the scenario that I am writing, the one that I gave you guys a sneak preview to. So it will sort of live on.
And then instead of calling their kid a baby, they called it a theyby.
Yeah, a theyby. Yeah. Yeah, he does kind of look like that guy. Yeah. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Guys, on Google, I just typed in Sparrow's mom trans, and that's what popped up.
Yeah, if Will didn't have the pube hair on his chin, yeah, he definitely. It's Trans Day of Visibility, so I just wanted to take a moment to tell all my trans siblings, I see you, I love you, you're perfect. I'm really sorry that this world is what it is, and I don't know that it matters, but I will never forget, I will never forgive the people who voted for what you're going through right now. I will always be here for you. To do what? Hungar Elliott Page is looking rough.
Hey,
funny you should mention that, Hungar. We may have some of Elliot Ellen in the show today too.
I saw Wonky in the chat earlier. If he's still there.
Funny you should mention that. We may have a little Wonky too. You guys are all
and everyone. I know he appreciates it. Guys that subscribed last week, throw him a subscription this week if you didn't.
Yeah, the Wonky.
Yep, the Wonky on YouTube.
Yep. Will Wheaton looks like Rosie O'Donnell with a beard, says Craig. Yes, he does. He followed up that post about voting and an image saying, there is no future without trans people. I can think of a future without trans people. Pretty good future. It's a bizarre virtue signal and likely not to accomplish anything other than to tell people, shut up, Wesley, once again. Yep. What do you think of Will? Yep. Very good job, JDA, on this one. Thank you, John. Mucho gracias for putting that out. All right, so Hungar, you brought up what does the plus stand for? I have an OG Dyke here, and she would have no problem with that moniker. Just listen to what she has to say, because I think this is pretty salient.
This is a message from an OG lesbian. The acronym LGBTQ+ is not a representation of a united community, but the strategic forced teaming of the LGB with the TQ+ that serves a dark agenda to rebrand sexual fetishes and disorders as sexual orientations. For what was once a legitimate civil rights movement, gay rights, has been hijacked quite literally by the TQ+ and used as a Trojan horse to mainstream their degeneracy. First, we have the untouchable Ts, the trans cult, who want to sterilise children with puberty blockers, turn all homosexuals into surgical simulations of straight people, and destroy women's rights to enable men's fetishes. Then we have the Qs, young men feminised by sissy porn, furries and pups who fetishise bestiality, and even adult babies who fetishise infancy are all accepted and protected by the rainbow umbrella that magically transforms all scrutiny into bigotry. But the thing that requires the most scrutiny is the unspecified plus at the end, a placeholder for what's coming next. MAPS, or minor attracted people, a euphemism that is already being used to describe pedophiles who are waiting in the wings for their time to shine. Because the LGBTQ+ sexual psyop is not about promoting tolerance of diversity. It's about grooming society to accept depravity. And as an L, I renounce all association with it and the LGBs who are accessories to the fact. And I urge you to do the same and join the movement for LGB without the TQ+, because we need to divorce people and we need it stat.
Bam.
That point at the end was a mic drop moment.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, yeah. I mean, she hit the nail on the freaking head.
Let me get Max here real quick. Oh, you got to move that?
Yeah, just let me bring it down just a little. Go ahead. Good.
All right.
Yep, Mac, $5. Other than batshit crazy meltdowns, what exactly are leftists going through? Yes, they're doing it all to themselves. All to themselves. Yep. Old school, man. That's why,
she looked like she shopped at Old Navy.
Yeah.
That flannel.
Yep.
I like her already.
Like I said, generally speaking, I got no problem with gay people. Like I said, I have close family members who are gay. That's fine. She draws the line where it should be drawn, and that is the insanity of them bolting on the TQ plus. Before it was just like, hey, we just want to be left alone.
Isn't there an A in there?
They had letters all the fucking time.
Isn't the A stand for like asexual? Like you're not interested in sex at all? LBGTQA.
Oh yeah. I think you're right. Yeah, that's another thing too. They want to confuse you so much, so you don't know what reality is anymore. It's like, you don't know when up is up, down is down. So, I thought that was succinctly put, and she took him to the woodshed better than just about anybody I've seen. Yep, truth bombs. Yeah, like I said, she could sit at my table any day.
Got one for $8 million right here.
There we go. Jeffram, $5 Canadian. That woman repeating things I heard from several members of the LGB part. That there are more and more of them who really effing dislike the TQ+. Yeah, Gays Against Groomers, a great account on X. Gays Against Groomers. Yeah, they're sick of it, and I don't blame. And that's how okay, we're fine with these people. It's these fucking lunatics, and she is right. The plus does mean, because we're already starting to see the little tendrils of it. I think I've done stuff on the show here before about. I think there was one time I had like some psychiatrist, just talking about how we need to have sympathy for the maps. I don't need sympathy. I need a wood chipper. So
Face
sick of
first.
It. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right.
There's one we should add to the thing. Macho Man saying, "Oh yeah,
oh yeah." All right. So this was March 31st. Like I said, this should always be on April 1st. Trans Day of Visibility. Paizo is proud to participate in the 4th annual TTRPGs for Trans Rights fundraiser. For as low as $5, you get 1,700 of indie games. Well, I'm going to need control here for a little bit, Crazy Mouse, so we will make do. But let's just see what this includes, shall we? Let's see what you get. Whoops. Off to the right here are the games. These look inspiring to you? Numbskulls. Rebel of the Outlaw Wastes. Okay, some of these may be okay. I don't think any of them are good, but some are at least attempts to be a game. Raccoon Sky Pirates. Conviction. Embody your gender to find the truth and break free from your assigned fate.
They should have one Titanic.
The Ship of Dreams. I don't speak French, but they do. All right, so this is what Paizo, a big Seattle company, this is the garbage that they are pushing.
We'll get to those super chats in just a second. Go ahead.
Yep. I mean, this is absolute garbage. Punch a bleeping Nazi. Okay, that's a game, huh? Hunters of the Glade, 2nd edition. It ends with you. Sound check. Dino Car. It's like kids' games. It is like a shotgun of suck. The Goblin Thought, a neurodiverse hive mind journaling TTRPG. That's another thing I noticed. These are like TTRPGs, but they're also like journals for solo play. I mean, it's
for solo play.
Yeah.
So like it's like masturbation to games.
It's mostly. Yeah. Toxic sword lesbians. Okay. Retail therapy. A bad time game about the struggle of retail workers. Fill every hole.
Oh my goodness. Why is that one written like Star Wars? Like go up just one little right there, Flora.
Yeah, probably.
Doesn't that look kind of like Star Wars font?
Yeah, they're trying to capitalize on that. Small enough that nobody's going to care. Furries in a toaster. So you've been chump dumped. I mean,
Pride Moth.
Pride Moss is a TTRPG where you will most likely not fight, though the possibilities of violence are not zero. So you'll take control of a pride moth, a cape-wearing moth that helps other beings in search of spreading peace and love. The game is centered around bugs. This is their content warning. Small creatures like spiders. The rulebook includes cartoony depictions of them, but still, if you fear them, it's recommended you don't play this game. What the fuck? I mean, I got news for you guys. As you know, my reach is far. I have a good Samaritan who sent me some of these games. So you can see just what these things are. But first, Driving in Dragons. A is just women talking to Condor.
Oh, stop it.
Hold on one second.
Down.
Hold on. One second. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
We got a couple more in there.
Go ahead.
Hungar
again. I want to learn for you. You must have won a few scratchers.
He did.
Congratulations, Hungar, on the good fortune. I want to learn French just so I can refuse to speak it.
Like a boycott.
DB is funding monkeypox, the charity here. You might back it then, huh? All right, well, we'll see what we can do. Patrick Demo, I'm seeing a trend. Personal problems gamified. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, so let's look at some of these games in detail. This is your game, Punch a Bleeping Billionaire. A one-player meditation by Harper. And this is not the this is not like the first page or the splash page. This is the game. This game can be played at any time, but it's best to play it after a billionaire does something aggravating. Grab a random number generator. If you can't find one, just think of a random number. It's okay. Imagine the billionaire. Picture them in your mind. Contemplate how punchable their face is. Get ready to punch them right in their punchable face. Now generate a random number. If that number exists, your punch connects. Ha 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 ha. Congrats. You've punched the fucking billionaire. If you feel good, you've won. If you don't feel good, Repeat the steps above until you do. Calling for violence. Punch a Nazi. Imagine a Nazi. Well, this one's even shorter. Pick a number. If that number exists, your punch connects. Which is fine, except everyone who's not a loony leftist is a Nazi to these people. Giving away stuff no one buys. So generous, says Badger. Absolutely. Thank you, buddy. Cal. He saith.
Your name is Toby.
Yep. You give him what for there, Crazy Mouse.
Yep.
I just painted some maggots. Thought I'd share. Yes.
Bats.
Totally unrelated. Bats. Yeah, there you go. These are two games available. Here's another one. There will be no satisfaction for those who wish to. First of all, okay, you're gonna make a game this small, and yes, I mean this is the game right here. I am showing you the game. You could at least do it in a fucking font that people can read. It's supposed to say those who wish to subdue us, those who wish to like survive us, by Irving Benitez, retard. Author's note: a vow, a dedication, a prayer. Looks like I, him, trans. I guess it says I am trans, I am beautiful. Press X to doubt there. I am a violent and irrepressible miracle. You are a delusional lunatic who belongs in an insane asylum. I will not back down. Back down from who? When people see you, they are revolted and want to get as far away from you as possible. Back down from who? Nobody wants to look at your ugly face. I will not roll over and expose my belly. Good. I don't want to lose my lunch.
Hey, you want to see something ironical?
What is it?
Snake Oil just gifted 5 memberships. Look who number 2 is.
Ooh, Kevin.
Yeah.
Snake Oil. Thank you, buddy.
Snake
so
Oil
much.
gave 5.
Thank you.
Kevin gave 85,000 one day.
Yeah, last week.
That's so nice, Kevin.
But now
we still talk about it.
You guys are scratching each other's back.
Yep.
Yes. As we always talk about your largesse every week, Snake Oil. All of you guys. Mercurius always gives one. All the super chats, you guys. Yep. Thank you so much. We love you.
Smash the like button.
Yep. Glad you got taken care of there, though. Yep. And again, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Snake Oil. Thank you for. It's a tombstone sort of day, so I'll just paraphrase Wyatt. Thanks for always being there, Doc. To those immortal in love and memory, we love you. Okay. Well, whatever.
Why is half of it upside down?
I don't know. Maybe it's. I'm not even gonna.
Like you fold it over?
Yeah, I guess. Come and get the motherfuckers. You are a fucking violent, delusional criminal. Nobody wants to hurt you. You need to be institutionalized, though, for your own good. Because you will hurt yourself or you will hurt other people. Nobody's going to hurt you. You make people's skin crawl. I haven't even seen you, and I know that about you. Roll 2 die 12. 2+. Bite down harder. Fight longer. Become immortal. This is what you're paying for. This is what Paizo, a large gaming company, a large tabletop RPG gaming company, wants you to have. They promoted this garbage. Doc Flamingo, this is inspiring me to buy the Men game. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Support our friends, Miguel and Sylvia at the Red Room. Craig Bragg, $5 Canadian. I should make a micro game called You're Not Trans, You're Boring. Yes. Yes. But this is what most of these games are. Okay. Some of them get a little bit more into detail. Oh, here we go. Dwarven Common Rule. A communist manifesto in the form of a pamphlet for fantasy adventures. What the fuck? You people are insane.
The one on the left looks like Robin Williams in a beard.
It does, yeah. Shazbot. Ex-plutocrat. Artisan. Miner. What the fuck? I mean, it's just, there's no rhyme or reason to half of this shit. What do you do? What are you supposed to do with this? I mean, these are just manifestos for people who are potential future, like, school shooters, mass murderers. DB, can we play genocidal human paladins? You can at my table. Yeah. Here's another one. Call them out. Oh, man, who are we calling out? This game deals with issues of homophobia, transphobia, conservative political views, coming out, family arguments. Oh, hey, we got the land acknowledgement, though. This game was made on stolen, occupied Ho-Chunk land. Crazy Mouse, who are the Ho-Chunk?
I don't know.
Capitalist, naturally.
It's like something you get at the Chinese restaurant.
Yep. Capitalist. Yep, exactly, DB. The Ho-Chunk. I already got that down.
Oh, you already took it down?
Good. Thank you. Yep. Thank you for you're doing well. This is we usually have to fly blind when I have control. So we are feeling our way here. The game was made on stolen Ho-Chunk land. Ho-Chunk were repeatedly pressured into selling their land to the U.S. government and nearly ethnically cleansed from their lands entirely. Yeah, it means they went with their money and bought a bunch of liquor and, kind of blended into society. The only people who are mad about it are morons like you.
Mac Thompson says it's a Wisconsin tribe.
Yeah.
Chris Miller got a super chat in there, buddy.
Oh, yep. Chris Miller, they choose the most greedy race to play fantasy communists. Yep. Yep. Exactly, yep.
Mr. Scratcher got another one in there.
Oh, my. Just coming left and right. Thank you guys so much, all of you.
Yes.
From the smallest to the biggest. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the channel. Like I said, we dig you, you dig us. It's a good thing. I was interested until they said that they were against all those things. Yeah. Thank you, Hungar. 3 days ago, all right, here's the setup for this quote-unquote game. 3 days ago, you came out to your parents. They were accepting, but they're still processing the news, whatever that means, and are sort of avoiding you now. Today, you have a big family event with all the extendeds, grandma, grandpa, aunts and uncles and cousins, and all of them, and you're not exactly politically aligned. You only have to make it through 5 hours of small talk, bad food, and prying questions about why you don't have a boyfriend, girlfriend yet. You're used to it, but this time, since you've come to accept yourself and brave the talk with your parents, it's a lot more grating to overhear Gran's opinion on transsexuals. I already like Gran. Or Uncle Dave's run-in with someone he suspects is gay based on how they talked. God. Stereotypes, misinformation, and outright hostility are at play, and you're hypersensitive to it all. I love how he degrades the parents here. 3 days ago, you came out to your parents. They were accepting, but they're still processing the news. Like normal parents, they're trying to they're trying to picture what they had expected in life, and now things are different. So they're just trying to figure it out. But of course, because they didn't, suck your dick, you probably still have one, by the way. You are so mad at them for having a normal human reaction. And send your family my way at Thanksgiving. They sound like my kind of people.
Plenty of turkey over here.
Yeah, plenty of turkey here. And if you go to Crazy Mouse on Thanksgiving, what will they have?
It's different every year.
Yeah. You did some Mexican one year,
We did
right?
Mexican 2 years in a row.
Yep.
Last year we did some delicious ham steaks. Don't get me hungry.
Oh, yeah. Hungar, can I play the Uncle Dave character? Dibs. You can play Grandpa. You can play Grandpa.
Uncle Dave is 1800 strength.
That's right. A 6-sided die. What are you supposed to do? Roll your die 6 on the relatives table to find out which member you're talking to. Roll on the topics. Flip a coin. Heads, you keep your cool and move on easily. Tails, you internalize their bullshit and it irritates you. Well, at least he's not advocating for punching him, I suppose. Thank heaven for small miracles. Hey, we've gone this far. We might as well see it through to the end. Once you get 3 tails. Oh, wait, maybe I spoke too soon. Your rage bubbleth over. Think of the nastiest, most passive-aggressive, personally cutting insult. Okay. That you could say to the last person you spoke to. Write it down and record it. They're stunned into silence. And then people off screen start to clap. Is that what you're imagining? You mentally ill weirdo. They're stunned into silence as the rest of your family laughs at them. What? I think the rest of your family would probably not do that. Continue this until you get tired of them all and leave the party, making the most definitive declaration of F you that you can think of. Your parents call and apologize for not standing up. This is like such a broken person. Like all this happened to this person and he just wrote it down and then called this all a game.
You are correct.
I mean, his parents just had to like deal with it and were like floored that their son is a tranny lunatic. So they're probably thinking about all the medical bills they're going to have, all the therapy bills they're going to have to pay. Now they're probably thinking like, oh, great, you're probably going to be living at home until you're 50.
Chris Miller wants to know why the purple symbol behind the text looks like a swastika.
Ooh. Yeah. I see a little S here for the SS. Guess he's a big fan of the Schutzstaffel. We shouldn't have to survive our families, but that's the truth for a lot of us. Your families who said, I'm supportive, just give me some time to think about it. But what you're dealing with here, these people are husks of humans. And they really are mentally like ill and they need help. They need legit help. Not to be indulged by therapists. So in some respects, I do feel in one minor respect, these people are damaged and they're not getting the help that they should. Therapists, there's going to be a reckoning, therapists. You wait and see. I hope this simple, silly little game, yeah, okay, gives you a bit of vindictive joy. Vindictive joy, yeah. And lets you enact all those fantasies of finally telling Aunt Sharon. He even names his own aunt.
Yeah, Uncle Dave, Aunt Sharon.
Uncle Dave, Aunt Sharon. Dave, Sharon, if you're out there, hit me up. Join the chat.
Come to our Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yes, please. What you think of her and why her daughter never calls her anymore. Because you probably poisoned her. That's what you people do, too. You fucking poison people. I always compare it to... like in heavy metal, the Tarna story, the peaceful people who are just washed in that hatred, from the Lochnar, death to all who oppose us. That's what this philosophy is. Whenever I see that now, I'm like, oh yeah, that's like the trans bullshit. I mean, there's also, I will give this one a small bit of credit too, butt and head. You can't take this seriously. A co-piloted protagonist adventure. I guess you're supposed to be centaurs, but I'll at least give them this. They did some art, as kind of Cal Arts and silly as it is. And it does appear to actually be, as ridiculous as it is, a game. It actually has some dumb mechanics. Actually, quite a bit of rules. Holy shit. I don't know if this is good or bad, but honestly, it looks half professional. So congratulations, Julie Ann Munoz.
Go to last page is the last word butts.
Yeah,
or bats.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Marked and made. Yep. Julie Ann Munoz, you are the tallest midget. Congrats.
Mark Morrison asks fists and butts. Stop it. You stop it.
Behave. God. What do you say to that, guys? That was just scratching the surface. Like I said, I now have access to all these. Thanks.
I'm also confused though, Double D. So you get all those games with that $5 donation.
Yes.
All those games add up to $1,700. Think of a number. Punch a billionaire. That'd be $25, please.
Well, I think they're probably those things like they have a suggested pay where on whatever horrible site they're on. It's up to you then. They probably have like, we suggest you pay $5 for this, but you can really pay whatever you want. And most people click 000, which it's not even worth that. These games are barely worth
the paper they're written on.
Paper they're written on, the space on your hard drive. They're worth something to me because I can show them and laugh at them along with everybody here. Ooh, do you want to give them a new one?
I am. I'm going to look for one.
Give them a new one.
I got you now, you son of a bitch. You're a daisy if you do.
You're a daisy if you do. Disorders and derangements. The DSM is in their DMG. Great alliteration there, North of the Rockies. Love that. That's a well thought out super chat. Thank you very much.
It's like a haiku.
Sorry about the bright green box.
It's growing on me.
Oh, really? All right. You like all things lime. Though,
I do.
You?
I'm a lime.
You're a lime
aholic.
guy. Yeah. All right. I don't know what to say about all that. We're gonna continue with some trans lunacy. I'm sure in the recent past, USA would have paid them each $1 million for that crap. Yeah, exactly, Chris. All right. Well, first, I tell you what, before we, we'll go right into it. I have the normal lunacy, but I also have some kind of trans RPG related lunacy for us. Ready?
Hold on.
See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait.
So there you go. The hoodie champ, Bart Scott.
Hi, I'm Spence. I am transgender. I use they, them pronouns, but I'm also kind of just a girl sometimes. I had a lot of people in my comment section here this last week asking me about my D&D characters, so I want to get into that. I'm actually in 2 games right now. I'm going to tell you about each one of my characters right now. The first one is my girl. Look at her. Look how pretty she is.
First impressions, Crazy Mouse.
Oh boy.
Just cut my fucking hair.
Yeah. Hide your kid, says Bradley.
Yeah, yes. Oh God, whenever you see these people. All right, so what you have to understand, I'll wait till we get a shot of him, then I'll
elf
pause
and a bard and a handful, which is how I introduced her to my DM when she asked me what I...
She's a handful. What you have to understand is...
She's a handful because she has big boobs?
There might have been a little double entendre there.
Hungar says that girl needs to shave. Let me pop that up.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, not even trying. At least be a lady boy. At least get into it. Be like a, whatchamacallit, Blair White. Thank you, Hungar. Definitely needs a shave. All right, so we always say like these people have like dysmorphia, like body dysmorphia. I don't doubt they have that too. But you know what? A lot of them are autogynephiles. And those are people who are sexually turned on by the thought of them being in female regalia, whatever that may be. And that is a lot of these people. A lot of these people are AGPs.
Hey, Warren.
Yeah, indeed. Damn. I should get that drop from the music video. Remind me, Crazy Mouse. Okay. I'll do that.
I was going to play, and then she immediately popped an aspirin. I'm sure the two things are not related at all. Her name is Kinda, As in, like, kinda. That joke it's spelled different. That joke's like an inside joke inside of another inside. Her name's like 3 inside jokes stacked up on top of each other wearing a trench coat, right? Plays an electric guitar because my DM is cool as fuck. And yes, actually, like, the fact that she is basically a walking trans flag is a complete coincidence, actually. It really, like, I'm being genuine about that. I did not intend that at all. I've been playing her for about 3 years now, and honestly, I feel like I could go for 3 more. Like, I'm having so much fun with this character. She's like level 13, so she's getting into like the god level spells and stuff.
Chances he plays with himself and by himself.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
DM's cool as fuck because it's me.
It's me, exactly. I never say no.
Hit very hard, but the whole thing is that she, like, the fight starts, she throws out a spell that either, like, hampers the enemy or makes her teammates stronger, and then gets the hell out of the way and lets them do their thing. She kind of does,
I got
like,
144 right now,
like
Snake
exotic,
Oil.
more like burlesque type performance. Like,
I don't know, maybe I'll refresh that
which
one.
is kind of how she
Thank you for the heads up,
became
though.
successful to what she was doing in the first place. But, like, look, how could she not be good? Look how pretty she is. Look at those eyes. Look how beautiful she is. Look at the blush. So there's a bit of a romantic tryst going on with our party's dashing rogue, so we're gonna see where that goes. This is the boy in the other game. Look at him.
That's a wait. What?
That's a boy.
Oh heavens to Betsy!
Imagine having to explain to people, like, yeah, we generally play the same game as this lunatic. I mean, in olden days, they'd have looked at you like, dude, what the fuck is the problem with you? Are you some kind of a fag? Like, please. James, I believe most are just clout chasing attention. Whores. I think you are 100%.
I think you're supposed to
right.
say that like in The Sopranos. Whores.
Whores.
Yeah, look at him. Oh my god. Look at this little dumbass. I would die for him.
He's got his legs crossed.
It's weird. I thought that those were on his arms. I thought that those were like hairs.
Or like bug bites or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, it's kind of off-putting.
I don't like it.
I mean, I said it earlier, but like, these people really do make your skin crawl. I mean, there's a reason Silence of the Lambs was so effective. Hungar for 5. I was once a man trapped in a woman's body, and then I was born. Hey-o. Thank you, buddy. You are on fire tonight. I can't even see who that is.
It's Chris Miller.
Oh, it's Chris? Okay. Everybody's changing their logos,
No,
their...
that's legit.
Is that his... Yeah. I'm used to seeing his Twitter or his X. My mistake. Chris, I'm tired of this sick sexual fetish BS being injected into my hobby. It used to be for nerdy wargamers and historians. Yes, and now it is for lunatics. Absolute fucking bonkers, crazy, batshit lunatics. And like I said, try explaining, like, yeah, generally speaking, we have the same hobby as this person.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you. I guess now I'm back in the gaming closet. You know, it was nice to be out for a few years, or maybe it wasn't. But I wouldn't want to admit, you know, to somebody I just met that I'm any way at all associated with these people. Doc for 5. I've just decided cure disease no longer works on AIDS in my game. There is no AZT or whatever they're using these days. Thank you, Doc.
DDT.
DDT, yeah. Give him DDT instead. Crom laughs at your 4 wins. This is why I say I hate characters with the backstory, yes. Yep.
I would absolutely die for him. This is Fendrason. I've not been playing him that long. He's set in a Legend of Zelda themed game. So he's typically a Sheikah, which is basically like in D&D terms, it's like a half elf with like a different paint job. He is a paladin, and he is absolutely...
Oh, that's a paladin.
Oh boy. Yeah, I can see it. That's an 18 charisma if I've ever seen one.
Can't wait to see the paladin in hell picture with this character. Asterion. That character looks gay. And I say that as someone whose profile picture is a cat person from the last game I played. Thank you, Asteria.
Squirrel energy. Very energetic, very fast and speedy and outgoing, and has good protective instincts. He's basically like, think of like Astolfo from the Fate series, super into like trees and shit. His
Well,
very strong
to say
sense
something positive, I will say the artwork on those two is very good. You know, like he's a good drawer.
Well, I mean, for that style, I mean, that's the Cal art style. It's not our style, you know, of course, you know, that we would want to see. Yeah, would you loot me? I'd loot me. I'll grab Patrick's too. Patrick, oh my lord, he went off the rails.
He went
there.
off the grid.
You went off the grid, buddy. That means I gotta nip this up a little. I gotta nip it up just a hair. Forget the theme playing in this video. It needs Goodbye Horses, playing in the background. Yeah, we failed the hobby, being asleep guarding the gate. Yep, it's our collective failure, Patrick. Yeah, these people, they do make your skin crawl.
justice, and
I mean, not only this is a grown man. There is a way to play these games and just kind of with a subtle nod, like, oh yeah, we played it. We're kind of recreating the world of Conan. All this. This guy is like has the mentality of like a 6-year-old. You can tell it in his enthusiasm. Bet it can't be within 100 yards of a skull. Yes. Thank you, Mark. The Jewish skeptic. Props to the Troon for at least drawing his character, trying to learn to draw right now using John, the Basic Expert's recommended books, and it is hard, yes. Well, he would know. He is a very, very good artist. I like John's stuff quite a bit.
Wants to help people and just save everyone, and he loves talking to animals. He talks to squirrels all the time. It makes my DM very mad. The game is entirely homebrewed by one of my best friends right now. This is his first time DMing, and he's doing a brilliant job, by the way. Oh my god, he's like a genius. He's only level 6 right now, but we're gonna see, supposedly we're gonna get to like level 13 or something like that with these. So I can keep you guys posted if you want to hear what happens to it. Look at him, look at this little dumbass. Isn't he adorable? Oh my god,
he's dumbass. He is adorable.
Adorable. Yeah, those little dots on the arm are they're very off-putting.
I see them now.
Yeah,
Right?
I know. That's the first thing I see. Hey, who is that OG lesbian lady? She was awesome. Yeah, that is what the heck is her name? I will try to get that for you before the end of the show. I'll try to get that for you by the end of the show. Yeah, but she was really good. And she was responsive too on X. She's obviously on X. Warren, 5 Canadian. Anyone remember the George Carlin bit about Jean-Luc Pierre? Bang, bang. I do not remember that one. But if it came from Carlin back then, it's probably pretty good. Thank you very much, A. Warren.
Travis is saying it's perhaps a chain shirt.
It's maybe it's meant to be, but I mean,
man, it looks like it looks like just a design. You know how like the Seattle look, you wear a long t-shirt, and it looks like that, and it looks like a t-shirt, and that's like designer labels on it or gooses or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it still looks like bug bites to me. Asteria on $2. Notice the forced over-the-top girl talk he does. Yeah. Yep. Hungar again. He can't be stopped tonight. If I was his DM, all of his characters would get struggle cuddles from bugbears. The old struggle snuggle. Yep. It's monkeypox, says Badger. Mercurius. Tell him what he is.
Oh my goodness.
Tell him what
check that. I will, but check out who got it. It's right below it. He just sent us a super chat.
Yes, there you go.
Your name is Toby.
That's right. Name is Toby. Thank you to Mercurius for giving that out. Congratulations to the Jewish skeptic. Oh boy, there's a whole hotbed. James, $5. Is that the guy who narrated the Honey Badger video? Could be, buddy. Don't do drugs, kids. Yes.
Stupid hat. I love him so much. Now, before Fenderson, I was actually playing a short stint as Coco, my This is my beloved character. This is my like prized creation right here. I love her so much. She's basically like a sassy like anime magical girl. I had so much fun playing her, and I would love to bring her back at some point. I did not get to play her for very long. Like we did like a little like 10 session run, and oh, she was amazing. Like she was very cocky, and like she was like a rich girl, you know. So she was like spoiled rich girl. So she was so tough, but she needed you to believe that she was the toughest one too. She needed you to believe it, bro. Lastly for this video, I would like to show you this, which is a picture of Stitch and Pikachu playing cards that I drew. It has nothing to do with D&D. I just wanted to bless your For You page with this delightful image. Like, look at that. That's so adorable. I love this so much. And that about does it for now. Like, there's been more in the past, but I don't really have like a lot of artwork of them or anything like that. These are just kind of the ones that are like relevant right now. So thank you guys for asking about this. I can't believe you guys actually like wanted to hear about this. I just love talking about it so much. Like D&D is like my life. I'm like obsessed with that shit, right? So yeah, thank you guys very much. Okay, bye.
It's like Raggedy Ann.
He does. The Pissy Eyeslu. This guy is a Cocoa Puff.
Hold on, did I miss something here?
Did somebody?
Kevin, what are you
Holy
up to?
Kevin!
Oh
my lord, we almost missed that.
You dirty
God,
dog.
you dirty dog. Thank you so much, Kevin.
Yes.
Mucho gracias, amigo. Thanks to you. Thanks to all you guys. Super chat.
That is so nice.
Yep, very good. Thank you so much, buddy. Much appreciated.
Look at this blast from the past.
Maliki. Thought you forgot your way here, my friend. Good to see you, though. Good to see you, buddy.
The breadcrumbs were found.
Yep. Thank you, Kevin. Again, Snake Oil Sean every week makes it rain. Even Mercurius does. I really am. I'm flattered you guys, throw a little money in the till.
So kind. Thank you so much.
All right, ready for the next? They ain't all like that.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but God is not a man. And in the
what?
All right, he's coming out. He's putting it on the table. Let's see if it. Let's see if he can back it up.
I like his progressive priest shirt.
Oh yeah.
pages of the Bible itself, God is referred to using virtually every pronoun possible. Let's take a look. Beginning in the very first chapter of the Bible, Genesis 1:27, it is written, "So God created humankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them." In this passage, you see God being referred to with masculine pronouns, but this passage also acknowledges that both male and female are created in the image of God, which means that God reflects both male and female, masculine and feminine, in God's own identity. There are
It's a stretch.
Okay.
It's a bit of a stretch.
It's not what I got out of that, but all right.
also multiple places in the Bible where
tomato.
God is explicitly identified as a female. In Deuteronomy chapter 32, 11 and 12, it is written, "Like an eagle that stirs up her nest and hovers over her young, that spreads her wings to catch them and carries them aloft. The Lord alone led him. No foreign god was with him." In this passage, God is referred to in feminine pronouns as a woman.
An eagle was.
Yeah, an eagle was.
I missed that.
It's an allegory, you retard.
Eagle, a girl eagle. And that is an image for the divine. And of course, God also uses non-binary pronouns. In Exodus 3:14, God says to Moses, "I am who I am." That is how God asks.
That's Popeye.
That's Popeye.
You dum-dum.
Go ahead, throw him up there. When did Ducky join the clergy? Pissy Eyes Lou asks. Good question, my friend. Patrick Demo for 2. I cast thee out, get thee behind me, Satan. Yes. Anathema, 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 says James.
Say wham.
Don't mind him. He just drunk, that's all.
That's right. He just drunk. Thank you so much, James, for $10. Much appreciated, amigo. You and your brother are humbling me tonight in a good way. Yeah, boy, this guy is something else. God is referred to as the Father. End of story. Yes, exactly, Rich. Yep.
To be identified by Moses, the one who transcends categories, transcends labels, transcends gender identities. The only reason people are fighting over God's pronouns is because certain kinds of Christians want to reinstate the patriarchy. And in order to do that, it really helps to have a God who is a strong man figure at the top of the totem pole that everyone else needs to submit to. But
You need some Austin. Austin 316 says, you just got your ass kicked. Good one. Good pull. Yeah, you'll get some truck with stuff like that here. Hungar, the Star Variant, and the Heresy. Send in the Space Marines. Yep. You said it, buddy.
The truth is, in the scripture and throughout the Christian and Jewish traditions, God is referred to in a vast variety of different gender pronouns. And in reality, when you think about who God is, God transcends all of our categories, all of our language. So feel free to refer to God however you would like to. God has given us clear revelation that all the pronouns work for God.
Except, as Shark said, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. He maketh me lie down. I mean, it's just so fucking... Jewish skeptic, massive L take. Jesus is God and incarnated as a man. Yes, the Holy Trinity. He's referred to as the Son, along with the Father, and the Spirit is referred to as a He. Yes, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, the Trinity. This is the problem. There you go, Badger. Toss him, not talk about sodomy. Yep. Thank you, Hungar. Please do. This is why we're sort of in trouble in the West, because of this kind of stuff. This is why Islam is gaining ground, because Islam just this guy wouldn't last 5 minutes, in a Muslim mosque. And I'm not saying I like Islam. It's a religion that in many ways is really bad. But you can also kind of see why men are starting to be more attracted to it. Because Christianity is becoming perverted by these people. I mean, some of these Protestant faiths, holy shit. I mean, you got your guidebook there. It's the Bible. All you got to do is stick to the Bible. Instead, we're talking about God's pronouns.
Here, read that one real quick.
How about the Father? Hungar, yes, $2. How about the Father of the Son and the Holy Ghost? Yes.
Yeah.
It's just it's almost not even worth trying to refute, because it's so self-evident. But he has a collar. I mean, it was probably one of those mail order clergy things. Like Chris from Northern Exposure, like he was a reverend or something.
He could marry his friend or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of those. But holy shit.
Good evening.
Good evening.
He's got the cat eyes or something.
He does, yes.
He's LARPing in a cul-de-sac. There's a house way in the back there.
Yeah.
You're not out in the forest, buddy.
Yeah.
You're literally in someone's neighborhood.
Just waiting for the neighbor to say, I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, get out of
It's a
here.
very blustery day today.
That is not Rogan. You stop it.
Stop. Rogan would find that funny too, though.
One at that. I'm informed that today is Trans Visibility Day. While I myself am not trans, I recognize the autonomy of those who do identify as them. Trans people exist, therefore have a right to love and respect. If you are trans and you come into my realm, you are under my protection.
Oh boy.
Policeman, get out, move along. Oh, okay. Mac for $2. What they practice is not Christianity. That is correct. The problem is, though, Mac, it's sold as Christianity, and it's very palatable to suburban white women who are guilty of all the, let's just say it, like all the probably depravity they've engaged in. And look, I'm not saying I'm a Boy Scout. I've engaged in plenty of depravity in my life. Okay, but you just own up to it and say, I'm just going to try to do better. I think a lot of these like suburban white women, they view it as like, oh, I can be reborn. So it's just like I never sinned. Oh, and by the way, this church is friendly to the T's and the Q's and the pluses. But at the end of the day, it's not a Christian church. $10, Northern Road. What do we got for him, Don Pardo?
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Never. Send this guy back in time to preach his heresy in the reign of Queen Mary. Oh yes. What I wouldn't give to see that. Hungar again. Man, Hungar. I hope you're not giving us the rent money this week.
I know.
The scratcher money is wearing down. Yeah, but who's going to protect them against his no touch? Thank you, buddy. Pissy Eyes Lou, what about the people with douchey British accents? Are they trans? Yes. I wonder if I guess he probably was not a real Brit. It seemed very American to me.
Hey ladies, now that I have your attention.
All right, so I did see this one, when I was cutting it. Does this mean something, peeps? What is she breaking apart this fruit? Does that mean something that I'm not aware of? Because it was done very purposefully.
She's showing her strength.
Yeah, well, I mean, was it pre-cut? It looks pretty.
No, you can split an apple in half, and there is a trick to it. You hold it on the bottom between your palms, and you put your fingers in the top groove, and you just literally squeeze and pull apart at the same time.
Oh, okay.
It is like a internet hack.
And we have our answer here. Hungar Hungar is a boy toy.
We need to talk. This message is for women or anyone who
We'll grab
owns
that
users that
one
is
from
interested
D&D
in the D&D
after.
and TTRPG space. If you're not interested in that, you can go ahead and scroll. Or if you're a man, please scroll. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Things are looking pretty scary and pretty dark and gloomy right now.
How? Why? Untrue.
There's a lot going on and there's a lot of doubt in our community. That's why I'm offering an open invitation to anyone who owns a uterus, anyone who identifies as a woman, anyone who's non-binary that is looking for a gaming space and a community that they feel safe in. This is also a place for women who have experienced really bad DMs, who maybe have experienced hate, discrimination, or other forms of abuse at their tables. If this is something you're interested, please join us at the Mushroom Menagerie Discord. Like I said, our doors are open for people in the demographics that I have specified, so we would really love to have you. Happy gaming, and we'll see you soon.
Oh boy. Driving in Dragons, he's got a $10. What do we got for him?
We dumping chump. It's a landslide, sir.
It's a landslide, sir. It's a landslide. This is late stage Protestantism. Yep. Their entire genesis was leave if you disagree. So they abandoned mainline churches instead of fighting for doctrinal purity. Yeah, well put. Very well put, Driving Dragons. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for the super chat. Pissy Eye Lou coming in strong. She can use a baby's arm gripping that apple. No comment. Yeah, Andrew Wilson is the man. Yeah, I've been listening to a little bit of Andrew Wilson
from the whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Very much. I love how he can just debate people and just not raise his voice. Just kind of tears their arguments apart just with logic.
So I got dressed up for D&D tonight, but everyone canceled. And I'll be honest, that feels transphobic.
Oh, God.
Happy Trans Day of Visibility, everyone! For those of you who don't know or can't tell by my green hair, I am very, very proudly trans. And I'm also a very proud dungeon master. So I'm going to talk to y'all real quick about the importance of having LGBTQ+ representation in your world. Gender and sexuality in society is incredibly, incredibly diverse. So having that not represented in your fantasy world just is doing you a disservice. And before one of
It's a very flawed logic to begin with. I mean, there's lots of things in the real world that do not translate over into the game
A few
world.
comments of, oh, it's not realistic. You're fighting dragons as an adventuring party. What about that is realistic? I think DMs like Brett.
Why does she get, like, she moves the camera closer when she, to drive the point home? You know, I don't know.
Like an old editing thing.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do it a little subtly.
Yeah.
But this is TikTok. It is for people with rotted brains. So obviously a lot of style goes out the window there. I mean, you're talking about this. Like, if you go by this philosophy, then any book in a fantasy setting, like, oh, George R. R. Martin, oh my lord, you know, we've got dragons, you know, we might as well have motor cars and troons, you know, and McDonald's and everything else. I mean, there's dragons in there, so everything can come in, right? That seems to be the mindset.
And Lee Mulligan do an excellent job of creating NPCs that are queer without having that be their entire character. So casually mentioned the barkeep uses they them pronouns. Or the fun lady innkeeper has a wife. Representation matters, and if you can't get it on the big screen, you might as well start in your home game.
Disagree. James, $5. Andrew's wife wrote a book, about the satanic nature of feminism. Yeah, I'm gonna put that one on the list. Yeah, for sure. Y'all. Crawford of the Crimson Craw. 1,700 years of Christian theology debunked. Indeed. Not just dragons. We've got
you've got ogres.
Mm-hmm. Played yourself into that one, pissy eye, Lou.
Good job, Lou.
PragerU spent $1 million today to get D-Trans trending on X. In doing so, they promoted a short film around a D-Trans girl by the name of Daisy, who stated that she initially transitioned because she was actually insecure about her femininity, and then later detransitioned because she knew she would never be a real man. However, whenever you looked at the things that she was posting, she stated that the real reason why she detransitioned was because she turned her life over to God and converted to Christianity. And in fact, on the very day that this film was being broadcast, she stated on her Twitter account that she would advocate against transition at any age. And then followed up with everybody she
That's a man, baby.
That's what I mean. It's just... I mean, maybe I shouldn't have ended with this one because I think this is the end. Basically, he just goes over like PragerU, bad, you know. They're basically saying there are no detransitioners. What's up, Joe? Yeah, they stop by and go see a dentist. Yes. Yeah, boy, you could drive a Mack truck through that thing. Through that that's the Fulda Gap there. My fight or flight response just kicked in. Yes, honestly, Asterion, yes. Like, I mean, she can open a beer can with those fangs. These people make they do make your skin crawl, and it's because you're going against nature. People get, like, when people have accidents or there's like birth defects or something, your mind can process that. Oh, that is a person who's suffered a terrible accident. That's a person who was born, you know, with some sort of disability. Your mind processes it and adapts to it pretty quickly, I think. They will never adapt to this because these people, I mean, what do you say about this? It's like walking across your grave.
Why, Johnny Ringo?
Yes. These people will make the worst old people ever. Ugh, yeah.
You look like somebody just walked all over your grave.
And, you know, like, they'll never admit that they're wrong, by the way. That's why he's on about, like, detransitioners and how, it's just it's a complete
this is a page
myth.
Right out of the ex-gay playbook of the 1990s. Back then, they also stated that being gay was a choice and that you could heal if you turned yourself over to God. And just similarly as the ex-gay movement back then, there were actually very few people who became ex-gay. It's also interesting to note that most of the people back then that announced they were ex-gay always struggled with gay thoughts, even after they came out as ex-gay. And in fact, if you look at Daisy...
I would just say, like, I do think there is a difference in my mind between being gay and this lunacy. This is a social contagion. I mean, it's 100%. These people will never admit that they're wrong either. It's just going to be, they're going to die on this hill. I think it's another Andrew saying, but it's better to admit you went in the wrong door than to stay in the wrong room, the rest of your life. But they won't do it.
The detransitioner presented here, she actually specifically says that
I
she
like that they have to put
dream.
what do you call it? The subtext up there, because no one can understand her.
Yeah, with that
dude talking like a girl.
The
right.
salad shooter. Get out of this guy's way when he's talking, when he's eating.
When he's eating chips.
You're gonna get half of that food on your face.
About being a boy and how she continues to struggle with gender dysphoria every day. It's sad. It's so clear that the modern political detrans movement is just the ex-gay movement rebranded.
And see, I really, really hate this because the trans community is so horrible to detransitioners. It's like they're all kind and all that when they badger them into going through with this nonsense. And then when somebody crawls out of the bucket and says, no way, this is a false, this is like a false deal, a false bargain. I am not any happier than I was before. They are persona non grata in those circles now. They don't get any support. These trans lunatics feel betrayed. Like, oh, you went over? Now people are going to realize how miserable we all are. And they're going to realize there's a way out. At least for some of these people. I mean, provided you haven't chopped anything off. We're just going right into it.
My act of microfeminism is that when I've just had a baby and when people come to my house, like a man and a woman or like relatives or whatever, I will always thrust my baby in the direction of the man first. So I'll be like, can you hold my baby while I, have a shower or something? Because women are always holding babies. We always expect it. So men can get used to it.
Sometimes in the lift, if a man, is waiting for me to go, I also stand and wait for him to go. So on every rental application and lease we've ever had, I've put myself as the primary contact, and every time a real estate or a tradesperson gets in contact and defers to my partner, I make him then re-loop me in.
Whenever a man calls me like sweetie or darling or gorgeous, I will call them that back.
So anytime
would you have a problem if somebody called you sweetie or darling?
Sometimes I get called sweetie when I'm working.
Yeah, exactly.
The way it goes. I like it.
These people.
Anyone's talking about someone in the position of power, I'll just assume that it's a woman, and I'll be like, oh, what did your boss say? What's she doing? And all that kind of stuff. I'll just refer to them as a woman.
When I'm walking, I on purpose don't get out of the way. I just keep my ground. And if men bump into me, they bump into me.
When I send an email, my natural impulse is to say, hey, just checking in. Hey, just checking on that brief. And I always delete the just and say, hey, checking in. Give me the brief.
Wow.
My active.
Whoa. Woo.
That's bold.
Congratulations. You're doing something that comes naturally to men. Being authoritative. Old black ladies call me sugar, honey, baby all the time. Yeah. I'd love it. Like they think they've got the W over you, and you're just like shrugging your shoulders like, whatever. Okay. All right, we're on to the main lunacy. Women. No regard for anything. What horrible people, man. Yeah, felonies in progress. I don't even know, Bob. I don't even know if some of these insurance companies are so cucked And
it'll be like they're waived. Remember how like during COVID, well, if you're gonna have a rally, you can rally.
Yeah.
You know, but like everyone else, there's no group settings or whatever like that.
Yeah, they'll make an exception for these people. Well, we don't want to get on the wrong side of blah blah blah. So don't think. I mean, the police should be involved. I mean, that to me, that's terrorism. Yeah, Pam Bondi, throw him in jail pronto.
Will GM for Food has a good point.
No, at least they moved on from defacing historic works of art. Yeah. I mean, you could argue though that these Tesla places, they produce money. That's part of our economy. Yeah, historical statues and buildings are bad enough. But now they're getting in. They're throwing their sandals in the gears of capitalism, and they think they're heroes for it. They're not.
I wish that those water cannons would have come out and just knocked these two clowns on the ass.
Yeah. The entitlement too. A couple of young bitches. Just
BBC bitches be crazy.
That's the theme. All right, moving on.
Real quick, if you are not black, then my page is not for you. I do not create my content for you, and I do not want you here in my presence, under my videos, moving your little pasty fingers around in my comment section. Like your words mean something. Y'all always stepping in the room like you got all the answers and like we need y'all to come and clear everything up for us or something. No, you don't speak on this page without begging me for my permission first. If you want to speak, then you ask for my permission, and that's the only way you speak over here. Speak and I'm blocking you. It's Black Power forever.
Amen.
Oh dear Lord. DB, $5. This is nothing. Getting RKO'd through a windshield can't cure. This is nothing. Getting RKO'd through a windshield can't cure. Yes, thank you, DB. Yeah,
that's funny.
Wipe your nose, John Amos. Yeah, John Amos.
I do not look like Scottie Pippen.
I do not look like Scottie Pippen. Crazy Mouse and our other friend used to see this woman around town all the time,
who looked exactly like Scottie Pippen.
In fact, weren't you guys whispering it to each other? And she had like those antenna ears.
It was just so. It was just known that she looked like Scottie Pippen. We weren't the only people that said it. And then one day, yes, she read our lips from across the room. And she comes over and yells at us, "I do not look like Scottie Pippen." Yes, she did.
Yeah, kinda. RKO. Oh, body slammed, which is apparently. Oh, I gotcha. Thank you, DB. Yeah. Let's just say I'm behind you, brother, 100% in that regard. Let's just leave it at that, huh? It's pinata time. Who do you think that's a pinata of, Crazy Mouse?
Well, it looks like Mr. Trump.
It does. Yeah, it is.
Or Richie Rich.
One and the same to these people. It's a quick one. In and out. You like that short stuff, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
In and out. All right, this one's going to be a little longer, I think. Oh, no, wait. Oh, coming up after this one. Oh, this one. Oh, God.
Free service.
Free service? How about you pay for the repairs? Write a check. You just bought a Tesla.
I can wipe it off
with a
towel.
No,
it's not
no.
a key.
It is a heat.
So this guy was vandalizing a Tesla. He got his ass caught. Now watch this little bitch try to get his way out of this.
Hate crime, sir. It is a hate crime. Did you write a swastika on there?
I'm sorry you're upset.
Did you write a swastika?
It didn't even work. Apparently it doesn't work.
Did you write a swastika on the... It's a key, sir. We see it on the video.
It's not a key.
Is it a swastika?
I was probably putting my keys in my pocket.
Is it a swastika?
Have you looked at your car? Is there a key mark?
Yes. Is it a swastika?
That's impossible.
It's at the police right now. It's being fingerprinted.
What do you mean it's being fingerprinted?
Because they're trying to track you down. Thankfully, Facebook tracked you down. So your business, your freaking livelihood, everything now.
Listen,
because you chose to write so to tell Facebook that you're sorry for writing a swastika on a Tesla.
Listen, I said I'm sorry.
For what?
And I
For what?
apologize.
For what?
I have nothing against your
For what?
car, and I have nothing against you.
So why
Okay?
would you write a swastika on a Tesla?
Obviously, I have something against Elon Musk, but that's not the
So
way
Elon
to
Musk
show my...
owns that car because
No,
it was
he
bought
owns
and
the
paid
company.
for. It was bought and paid for a long time
That's
ago.
why it's misguided, and obviously, I did not intend to do this.
All right,
sir.
we're gonna wait for the
Consequences. That's what these
weird.
people need.
That's weird.
These-
He's
these-
sorry he got caught, says the
Yeah.
Dan.
Yes, he's not sorry he did it. He's sorry he got caught. All these liberal men. So this is why leftist women are so angry. These are the men that orbit around them. How could anybody respect this guy? He committed a crime, a very juvenile crime. He's in his 40s at least.
Oh, for sure.
40s, 50s maybe. And now he's on the verge of tears because he got caught. And he's starting to realize, I may have, there may be consequences to my action. Maybe if you weren't such a bitch, you wouldn't be in this predicament. You literally hate somebody who's trying to make the world better.
He's 55, says
Found out
Dad.
today that somebody that I work with is a conservative, and he's somebody who's really intelligent, and he's somebody who works in climate tech as a super smart guy, somebody I would never have thought was conservative, and apparently he is. And it's surprising, and it's disgusting. But what's most surprising to me is the level of
Crazy
sudden
eyes.
hatred that I have for him.
Sudden hatred. All these chicks, they all have crazy eyes. Like, just look at those.
All she's missing is the Kamala tag in her nose.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the old bull ring. Sudden hatred for somebody. I think I've said before, I work with somebody like this. It's a dude, but I mean, holy shit. Fuck you, woman. This dude's probably like a, you know what? I guarantee you too. This dude was like a Chad. That's why she was like, let's put it this way. She felt enough about him to make this video. So she had the hots for
She
him
liked him
before.
for a
Yeah,
little
she
bit,
absolutely liked this guy because he was probably a fucking Chad. Oh, lo and behold, the fucking Chads are, 99.999% either apolitical, or if they are political, they're on the right. No fucking Chad on the left.
Sudden hatred for this man who I used to respect suddenly just went boop, and I hate him now.
He loves you.
Oh, here we go. We have a shopping mall.
We have a very big one.
Yeah.
Actually, if you, geographically speaking, if you look it up.
A lot of places have malls. What happens when this goes on in your mall? What do you do? Invasion, people fighting. Oh, and by the way, a lot of thievery going on. I think this was a mall in Queens, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Chestnuts roasting.
If you want to know what malls were like in the 80s,
there you go.
On an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being...
The memories.
Remember, we had a shooting at our mall. Remember, like a year and a half ago or something like that?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
sung by a choir.
We used to be a proper country.
And folks dressed
certain demographic differences I'm noticing in this.
like Eskimos. Everybody knows.
And it's like, you hate to get that way, but like that first, the invasion, why is it all one color? And it's like, I'm sorry, but your eyes aren't deceiving you. You're looking at it. It's all one color. It's like I wish to hell it wasn't like that. It's got to stop. But it's like, do we just put our heads in the sand, or do we realize, oh, we got a problem? We have Houston, we have a problem. Now, Crazy Mouse, this one's for you.
Okay, let's check it out.
As a reminder, Rogan's not here, so no Otto and Rorik tonight. And very coincidentally,
Goodness, what has brought me the most?
I am here.
It's Otto. No. I will say this: I have no sympathy for male to female. I actually do have a little bit of sympathy for female to male, because often they're less violent. Often they're still governed by a lot of times by their original emotions, and I think they are the true victims of this ghoulish cult. And they're the ones that have to make the biggest sacrifice too, because they just cut off their boobies. They have to go through that, and then
Snake Oil says it's like looking in a mirror.
There you go. But just listen to this. They're asking like, oh, how much happier are you now? Does this sound like a happy person?
Joy. The most joy. It's getting out of the shower and the towel's around your waist and you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're just like, there I am. I'm not having all these little moments that used to be just being in a t-shirt. It's being able to touch my chest and feel comfortable in my body for probably the first time. Tears of joy.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how recent that is.
Was that Black Friday footage? Asks OGG.
It was going around on X a couple days ago, so I don't know if it was recycled OGG. I thought it was a mall in Queens, so if that happened around Black Friday, then that could be it. But yeah, Ellen does not look very happy. Yeah, 1,000 yards stay. Exactly, DB. Yeah, and that's why it's like, that's just to show you, even with the women to men, there's still there's issues there. And she got hurt hard by somebody. Like, I think
someone actually just said that. I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I think she even wrote a book where she admitted, like, yeah, I was abused and all that. And it's like, again, this is where I despise these fucking therapists, man. They're the first ones that should be put up against a wall, telling these people that, oh yeah, this is what you need to do. No,
it was snake oil.
Yeah, someone. Yeah, exactly, Sean. Yeah, someone did something terrible to her. Yes, that's why. And I like I said, I have a lot more sympathy and empathy for those, for the female to male. Because as usual, when it comes to leftist ideology, it is the women who end up paying the price. And even in this, like I said, this sort of ghoulish way, they're still paying the price. He's acting like he's on his period, says Hungarians.
This gay couple I worked with at the grocery store, once a month, the feminine of the two would always say, "Shark Week." Shark Week.
Right, speaking of sharks.
Chomp chomp.
Watch your man. You should watch your mouth.
Some
big girls.
Some big girls here.
As Charles Barkley would say, that must be San Antonio.
Some big gals there. Oh, you'll like this one.
Here's the Wonky.
Hey, Wonky. Why do people always choose goofy as names for themselves after transition? Yeah, exactly.
Everyone after the show, go subscribe to Wonky's channel.
Yep.
Let's get him up there.
The Wonky.
Yep.
Let's get him over 100. Guy in a MAGA hat driving a Cybertruck.
Get off my fucking car! You touch that shit again, I will break your fucking fingers.
That is the only possible response to these people. You touch that car, I will break your fucking fingers. Yes, these old lunatic women.
Come on, bring it on! Bring it on!
Bring it on. Is that really the game you want to play?
Fuck you, Nazi! Go fuck yourself! I love you! You are a
Shame.
Shame. Yeah, let's check out the guys here. It's not exactly oozing testosterone. I don't think. Was that the lost ship of Atlanta? I think he's referring to the other one. Yeah, good one, Ungar. Yeah, this is what you get. I'm not seeing any guy that I'm holding a lot of respect for. How about you?
Here's that pool.
Whale gathering.
Give me one margarita, I'll put it in my puss. Remember that song, that trend? That's all that they were missing at that pool party.
Mrs. D and I went to Put in Bay last year, and it was very much like that. Not with that demographic, but it was just people sitting around drinking in the pool. I don't know. It was fun. I would do that again. We were saying we'd love to do something like that with you guys.
Yeah,
but,
we brought that up too. Yep.
I feel very, very sorry for you.
Oh, there she is, the woman with 15 cats, all kinds of regrets.
She's got her mask for just in case. Did you see that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's just a little man. Little man. You know what? Good for you. Just about. I'm sorry. We need you out of the road, please.
Look at the chick cops laying it down. I love it. Be glad they didn't reach for their taser. They'd have pulled out their gun by accident. That dude's just driving. I mean, they're probably outside a dealership, so maybe he just bought that or something, or maybe he was going to get it serviced. So they're just literally waiting for people to show up with a Tesla and just yell shame at them. Get a fucking life, you retards. I'm so sick of these morons, these lunatics. There they are. That old guy in the white hair. What do you do? What have you done in your life to get you to this position?
Oh, it's the girl. I'll tell you what he did. The woman on the right of him.
Yeah. Leaning up
She's
against
like, we're going. And he's like, yes, dear.
Yeah. That is a guy who is waiting to die.
He's broken.
Yep. Broken inside. When you marry these kook women, these leftist women, all you're doing is just keeping a calendar. When am I going to die? How close am I?
It's like Tom Hanks in Castaway when he marks it on that wall.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's all you're doing, even if it's just mentally.
Pissy eyes loose as it's Kenny Rogers.
How dare you, sir? Do not besmirch the gambler.
You're a fucking traitor to the United States, you fuckface!
Ooh, he had to get that in there. A traitor to the United States. Way to go, Noodle Arm.
Falling apart! Your truck's falling apart!
Ooh, he's giving him the Paizo. Mafunzalo. He's another one, too. That's probably his wife right to the left there, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, all right, if this is how you want to spend your life.
That woman was obsessed with that Tesla's dude's wang.
Oh, yes, she was, yeah. The thing is, like, a lot of these Tesla owners, the ones that are getting keyed, they used to be liberals, or maybe they still are. I hope they're waking up. I really do. I hope they're seeing, like, oh God, I just wanted to get a nice car, maybe one that was, quote unquote environmentally friendly, And now they have people who are ostensibly on their own side drawing swastikas on them. Is that strap around? Is his ball gag?
Ball bag.
Oh, ball bag.
You're drunk!
Oh boy.
I mean, oh my lord. Out of here. A hot second ago, these guys loved Elon Musk. And then he said, wait a minute, you guys in the Democratic Party, you guys on the left, you're going too far. You're going a little too far for everybody. And now they want him dead. It's not just like we disagree. They want him dead. Patrick Timo, $5. Shout out to my wife, a strong conservative gamer woman who could take out any in this crowd, either gender. Yes, I've met your wife. She is. Shout out to Mrs. D, too, who is a very strong conservative woman, too.
What's up, boss?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
All right. Can you guess the school?
Good. What's the damage?
It looks like is that Coastal Carolina?
It is. Yeah. Do you want to see their new policy?
Free. Well, what about for this?
Free as well.
Free.
All of it free. You want some nachos?
Yeah.
Free too.
All free.
All free.
Free. Can I get 50 of these?
Yeah.
Free.
Free.
What about a drink?
All of it free.
Free.
Have 2 drinks.
Drinks? Ooh.
And
all
a hot
free?
dog. Yeah.
Hot dog's free too?
All free. There you go.
Free.
Free.
Sweet.
That's right, Teal Nation. This fall in Brooks Stadium, every fan, every game, always free. Free concessions, popcorn, nachos, hot dog, fountain drinks, and water for every fan this fall. Come out to Brooks Stadium, get your tickets now, and cheer on the Shots. Go Shots!
Do you want to tell them your Coastal Carolina? Your close call with Coastal Carolina?
My dream?
Yeah, your dream, yeah.
I had a dream. I played, I didn't even play high school or college basketball. But back in the day, I had some game, and I was lighting it up at our local YMCA. And I got recruited to go play in the NAIA basketball in Florida. So I could hoop it up back in the day. And I had a dream that I went and played basketball at Coastal Carolina, and I was in the NCAA tournament. We lost to Duke in the first round, but I lit it up for like 40 plus.
Gave him a little first round scare.
Yeah. Yep.
You guys were up like with 2 minutes into the fourth quarter.
We lost.
Yeah. What do we think of this? Free? It's not free. Somebody said, Overkill Joe, yeah, nothing is free. They're going to jack up the ticket prices, I would imagine.
KG
right?
wanted to go to Coastal Carolina.
Oh, did she?
Yeah. That was her, like, I don't know.
Where are they at? It's in North Carolina, right?
Coastal Carolina it's Myrtle Beach University.
Oh, so South Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah. They're probably just hoping, like, look, some people are just going to get like a hot dog and a pop. And they're going to charge you more on your ticket. So if you get the hot dog or a pop, you're actually losing out.
They just want people to come to the games.
Yeah, they're just getting people.
They were
through the
relevant
door.
a couple years ago, if you remember, during the pandemic.
Yeah.
They were like undefeated.
Yep. Oh, yeah, yeah. So many schools got jobbed. Dayton, remember?
Mm-hmm.
They got. Hate to be behind the guy who orders 100 hot dogs, 50 orders of nachos. Yeah, exactly. Some of these people.
I know somebody that's like that, right?
Oh,
Went
yeah.
on a cruise with him.
Yeah.
I'll have 8 roast beef sandwiches. And I was like, why are you getting 8? He's like, because I can.
Yeah.
They all just went to waste.
There's people out there that do that. Yeah, they'll just get it like because they think it's funny. Yeah, DB tickets are like $2,000 a game. Probably not that high. Yeah, they'll bump it up probably between $5 and $10. Look, $10, like I said, what's the cost of a hot dog and pop? Even nowadays, it's probably less than $1.
Oh, pop? Didn't they do a study on that? Pop's like pennies. Isn't the glass more money than the pop?
Yes. Yeah. So if you're just getting, like I said, a couple of things or popcorn, you start thinking about all these things that you get and you're like, oh my God, these things have a cost of nothing. Like popcorn is literally like pennies. I don't know. I mean, it's a good PR coup. We'll see how those lines are.
It's a lost leader.
It's a lost leader.
Speed. I know you put, I want to make sure Alina Habba gets her credit too, because I know she worked very hard on this, but thank you for making this happen so quick.
First of all, that's how you dress for the White House, President Zelensky of the Ukraine. Okay. That is, of course, Kid Rock. I think Trump signed an executive order about ticket gouging, like ticket fees, like on Ticketmaster. Yeah, 5 cents a cup. That was always what it was quoted to us, like when I was at Pizza Hut. Probably gone up a little bit, like it's 7 cents now.
Anyone who's bought a concert ticket in the last decade, maybe 20 years, no matter what your politics are, knows that it's a conundrum. You buy a ticket for $100, by the time you check out, it's $170. You don't know what you can charge for, but more importantly, these bots. They come in to get all the good tickets to your favorite shows you want to go to, and then they're relisted immediately for sometimes a 400% or 500% markup. And the artists don't see any of that money. And, ultimately, I think this is a great first step. I would love down the road if there would be some legislation that we could actually put a cap on the resale of tickets. And I'm a capitalist and a deregulation guy, but they've tried this in some places in Europe, and it seems to be the only thing that's us as artists be able to get the tickets into the hands of the fans at the prices we set. I'll be the first one to say, and I know the president doesn't like when I say this, but I'm a little overpaid right now. It's kind of ridiculous. I would rather be, a hero to working class people and have them be able to come attend my shows and give them a fair ticket price. I can't control that right now, so hopefully this is a step to really be able to make that happen. I know a lot of artists and a lot of fans who love concerts and music are going to be very appreciative of you taking this action.
How could you be against that? Like, there's going to be people like, oh, that's just Kid Rock. How could anybody be against that? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of his music, but yeah, he's a cool dude. And you can see, like, everybody's like, oh, he's just some dumb cracker. You can tell, like, he's a smart guy.
He is very intelligent.
Yeah. It's like all he wants is like, all right, let's stop this. We'll call it like sanctioned scalping, like you get from like Ticketmaster and all these other places. And look, I don't want to say it's like almost like a monopoly, situation, like antitrust or anything, but like I just bought tickets for the Sabres Penguins last week. Yeah, and there was like a shitload of let me grab that for a sec.
That's wonky.
Yeah, but still. It's like oops. I was shocked at like the fees. Like after I did check out, I'm like, really? I mean, obviously it didn't stop me from going, but I was like, that's not the way it should be. So actually this kind of hit at the right time. Wonky. I worked at a gas station in downtown Denver for a couple of years. After seeing the amount of shit growing in that soda machine, never had a soft drink sit. Yuck. Yep. Shit came from the Underdark.
Pissy Eyes Lou, did the Sabres win? They did.
They dominated. It was 7-1 at one point. Got to see Sid. I'm a Penguins fan, so I got to see Sid average a point a game for 20 seasons in a row. He broke Wayne Gretzky's record for 19 seasons in a row.
One of Wayne Gretzky's records is about to fall like next week, isn't it?
Ovi?
Yep.
That's the big one. Yeah, I didn't realize Sid's parents were in the... they were probably up in one of the boxes, but...
Minneapolis is now the first major U.S. city to allow the Islamic call to prayer to be broadcast 5 times a day, starting at dawn. Mayor Jacob Fry signed it into law today. Kaya Edwards spoke with Muslim leaders about the change.
In South Minneapolis, the sound of traffic, birds, and adhan.
Get used to it. It's going to be more of this. As these people continue to fill a hole, there's going to be more of this. Ooh, a cafe in Kmart. I stopped up Coke machine. Oh, deep clean. The syrup tube was full of, oh my Lord. Ugh. Yeah, those like nozzles in the like the pop machines, if you don't wash them, yeah, they get pretty nasty pretty quick. Pissy Eye Lou, the sabers shame us. Pissy Eyes Lou, are you edgelord? Don't tell me I'm going to be still trying to guess.
Your name is Toby.
Yes.
There you go. There's your answer.
Yes, of course. Jeez, you guys. Okay, I went through the whole thing, not even knowing that was you.
Cock is pretty good. I like.
Oh, you wanted to see him? I didn't know that. Critical Role, John Osborne. Oh my Lord, Crazy Mouse. That's $10. Do we have something for him?
Let's get him something here.
Something good. He loves speed. So do I. Critical Role is performing at the Fisher Event Center during Gen Con. Prices are insane. Cheapest left are $1.62.
Is that before the fees, Kid Rock?
Yeah, exactly. We need to get Kid Rock and the Don on that. Jeez. Yeah, we are definitely not going to Gen Con this year. Definitely not. We'll be at Origins. It's kind of like the skinny little brother of Gen Con. A lot of board gaming at
got a skinny little runt named Dalton working there.
All right.
This video is sponsored by World Anvil. Hello, remember me? I don't blame you if you don't. It's been a minute. It's been a pretty chaotic month. Cock is pretty good. I've got a new setup, as you can see. This sign was actually a gift from my wife and her book club as a thank you for running a game for them.
Oh boy, the porno game.
I think that's exactly what he's referring to. That's where my mind went immediately. So you gave them virtual degeneracy, and they got you I guess an okay neon sign. God.
But honestly, this new setup isn't why I've been gone so long. I was actually going to film this video the day after the Dalek video came out, but then I wound up having to run around dealing with car trouble. Nothing too serious. Car stuff can get expensive, but thankfully it wasn't that bad. It just took a ton of time. Although our dryer also caught fire. That wasn't fun.
Yep, there's the scorch marks right there on the back. I don't know how well you can see them.
Chris, I hope you have a good night.
Chris, yeah, we are going to give away your magazine.
Yep, we're going to be doing
do it
that
after
shortly.
this.
Yep,
doing it after this, and then we're out of here. It's like, dude, clean your fucking lint trap. I guarantee you, this guy, neither him or his brain dead wife cleaned their lint trap.
Definitely still smells like.
He calls his wife's boyfriend the book club, Patrick.
That's burnt metal, and this was like 2 weeks ago. So, you know, patreon.com/supergeekmike.
But honestly,
or like I said, you could just pull out the lint trap after every other load of laundry.
Did he just ask for people to pay for his new dryer?
Yes. You lazy retard.
For the past few weeks, we've mostly just been getting ready for my child's first birthday party, which was
the fact that this guy procreated. I gotta see what the wife looks like. Dryer caught fire. Yeah, idiot didn't clean the lint. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Asterion. But neither. I mean, I'll give him a little cover here. Why didn't his wife do it? Calls her a lint trap. Oh, what's up, Nixit? Hope all is well, my friend.
Actually, just this past weekend.
They have a 1-year-old kid. Take a look at what you see on the screen there. What do you think we're going to be seeing from this kid 5 years down the road? What are you putting your money on is going to be suddenly happening to his, then 5 or 6 year old kid?
Bitter dregs.
The actual birthday isn't until the 30th, but we had the party early so more people could come. But that just took a ton of time and energy. Plus, my kid is in that phase where it's like, I don't care how many
The thing I don't like about this guy, he never gets to the point. Okay, it's one thing to do it on a live stream where it's just you're interacting with live people, you sort of expect it. These are canned videos that he does. He just
you try. If you put me down in the crib to go to sleep, I will just get up and scream instead. Apparently, it's pretty common with 11-month-olds. Plus, add to that a growth spurt and a new tooth on the way, and the baby has just needed to be held a lot during the day. which means I end up listening to a lot of YouTube videos in my earbuds while the kid takes a nap on my shoulder. It's actually been a nice way for me to catch up with a bunch of videos from my fellow dungeon tubers. Like, did you know there was a whole thing about the fact that the orcs aren't in the new monster manual? Apparently people felt very strongly about this. Plus, I use a lot of YouTube channels to keep up with current events, which you might have noticed have been not awesome. And sometimes I just want to turn my brain off and watch some reaction videos. And this brings me to the topic of escapism, which is coincidentally what I wanted to talk about today. Well, I wanted to talk about it 2 weeks ago, but
hi, Roxy.
You get it. Because as you'll probably recall, at the beginning of the month, I put out a video that kind of dipped a toe into the subject of modern American politics just a little bit. This is not unusual for my channel. I do this from time to time for lots of reasons, which I've discussed in this video a couple of years ago. And generally speaking, especially these days, the responses to these videos are pretty positive. In the old days, whenever I talked about politics, especially when I was critical of the right wing of American politics, there was a whole backlash in my comments. These days, that's basically gone, and I'm delighted by that.
Yep. Yeah. I would almost say it too. Yeah. Like I said, 5 years from now, it's like, what can you do? When you have mom and dad are both pod people, this kid will be trans. It's called Transhausen by proxy. And it's sickening.
However, that doesn't mean that I never get any complaints for talking about politics.
Hey, super geek Mike, there is no such thing as a trans kid. There is no such thing. There's such thing as ghoulish parents trying to create a Frankenstein for social clout so you can pat yourself on the back and brag about it on Instagram or Facebook. Yeah, well, he's raising it, so point is still there, that this kid doesn't have a chance.
And there's one complaint I get pretty persistently that I don't just want to dismiss out of hand. Inevitably, when I bring up politics in a D&D video, someone will point out that they just wanted to watch a D&D video and not think about the modern world for a while. They just want to unplug from...
Plus, how much virtue signaling can you do? He's got the rainbow ampersand, protect trans kids. This whole video is just him talking about how he's going to be political and he's, left of center.
Well, we found out where he watches his porn, because right there's his lotion.
Ooh. Ugh.
Politics.
Why did you? And damn you, sir. Why did you do that?
Doesn't necessarily mean they're not keeping up with the news in other ways. As a matter of fact, while I try to make sure I'm covering current events from time to time, and doing so in a pretty comprehensive way, I hope it's clear that everyone should get their news from someplace other than just my channel. But the point is, they're coming to D&D YouTube for a release, for something that doesn't have anything to do with Trump or Biden or anything else going on in Washington, D.C. And I totally get it. While the reception to my Dalek video was really wonderful, some people specifically were very grateful that I had a clear cutoff.
Travis says he can't even button that shirt.
Yeah, you protect your eyes if he ever tries to in front of you.
Said, we're done with D&D, stick around if you want to hear about politics. And others were annoyed that I said no politics.
Imagine if you were in between him buttoning his shirt and that dude with the gap in his teeth?
Oh, God, yeah. You'd have to wear one of those, construction helmets.
No, you'd be wearing that,
eye protection.
Those Gorton fisherman yellow outfits.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, for the...
early in the video, and then I broke that promise frequently by dropping in more political references before any clear cutoff point, like the one that came later. And over across the past year or so, I've seen a lot of these comments, and the same word keeps coming up. Escapism. Regardless of whether or not they agree with me politically, they came to my channel and to D&D YouTube in general, and maybe even to the hobby overall, as a form of escapism, to specifically not think about current day politics for at least a
Crisco kisses.
I saw that too.
Few minutes. And so today we're going to talk about that. And I think understanding where I land on this subject will help you understand the way I view the hobby and my role in it, and why I bear absolutely no ill will toward anybody who doesn't like the existence of politics in my videos. But also, why I don't plan to stop, and it's okay if that means my channel is not your thing. Let's get into it. Hey, Mike. Listen, I know we had a really good conversation in the last video when we were talking about politics and Doctor Who, but the numbers on that video weren't amazing, and it got demonetized, probably because of the clips, but the politics probably didn't help. Do you think it's a good idea to talk so much about politics in yet another video when you haven't been putting out a video in 2 weeks and people just want to hear you talk about D&D for a change? Is this really a good idea? Cudo.
What's that mean?
Don't know. Guys, help us out.
Crisco kisses.
We don't, yeah, I was going to say.
How do you spell Crisco with a Q?
We don't speak retard. Jeff from Dankar, $5 Canadian. According to Translogic, because my young son wanted to be a robot, was I supposed to shove batteries into him and duct tape an antenna to his head? Yeah, I mean, more or less. Only what they're doing is far worse than that. You could take the duct tape off. So tell him to spit the batteries out of his mouth. What they want to do to some of these kids is just, it's life altering.
If you like this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the YouTube things. It really helps the channel out. Now on with the show. Now, when I first started talking about politics on the channel,
But, I mean, he's doing what he wants. I mean, in some regards, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I do the same thing with mine. But his numbers ain't that great. They're okay, but they're actually not very good for like a channel. I think he's got like over 50,000 subs. But he doesn't really pull that. He doesn't really pull.
Stop the presses. Who's that? Remember that from the Joker from Batman?
Yeah. Vicky Vale. Give him something.
I'm looking at it. Let me find
Give him something. Do you
They're little footballs. Laces out.
You're going everywhere but where I thought you would go tonight. I put that one on the last page because I'm like, oh, he'll never use that again.
What, cookies?
The cookie one, yeah, from Ace Ventura. Snake Oil Sean, our buddy, $10. Thank you. The reason to attend cons and play with randoms like this is to expand your view of the hobby and realize why you really like your own players instead. Yes. As Dorothy once said, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
a couple of cracks about Republicans back in 2022 when the channel was less than a year old, a lot of the comments I got were very much against the idea of me bringing up politics, but it was more in the "Dear celebrities, we don't care what you think" kind of way. By the way, that PragerU video with the same title is hilarious when you remember that of the past 4 Republican presidents, one of them was a movie star and another was a reality TV star. So, you know, Candace...
Oh, jeez. I can't do this anymore. Sorry. he's so
tough.
boring.
Life's tough. Wear a helmet.
Yeah. OGG is watching. Oh, the Pierre Poilievre. I never know how to pronounce his name. Right-wing candidate rally. Yep. Hopefully the future Prime Minister of Canada. YouTube is throttling his signal. Oh, shocking. Yeah. Looks like a VH. Yep. Clarify. Well, years ago I attended many game conventions. I met and gamed with awesome people. Yeah. We've gamed with some all right people. Can't say I ran into more than just a few weirdos. Most were excellent. Yeah. We definitely ran into some weirdos. I will say that. I'm going to need control here for a moment.
You got it.
I just want to show you guys. There is an archive. I did that recent video on Judges Guild. There is an archive for all their old stuff because I don't think you can get it like legit anymore. I don't think anybody's selling it. So it's just type in like Internet Archive Judges Guild. You'll find it. They do have a lot of stuff. Although I will say, when I said in the video that Judges Guild stuff was hit or miss, that is exactly what I mean. Like, I had never seen this one before. This has one of the most badass. This is like one of the most badass covers I've seen.
Oh, look at that Minotaur, right?
Yeah.
Something.
He's wearing like a mask, like the Minotaur. I'm like, oh, cool. I can't wait to see this. And then I started looking through it. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Ooh, yeah. All right. Couple tables. Yep. More tables. Yeah, some other tables. And then honestly, some drawings that I think I could have done.
That looks like that looks like a fist. Like that.
It does, yeah.
Fist.
Yeah, like a Black Power fist, yeah. I mean, it's not even keyed. These aren't even like, it doesn't even have like a soft like key at the top. Like room 1 is the entrance. So some of this stuff, let's just say it was a product of its time. That is what most of this is. And then occasionally they'll just have like a piece of art. Like here. Although I did notice one of these. Where is it? Might have been the jungle one. I thought there was one that was like in a jungle. And I think Kevin Sembieda did the artwork for it. From Riffs fame. All right, where is it? Dun, 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 dun. Do I see a jungle one? There's so much. Oh, wait, is this it? Is this it? Yeah. Look at that art. Kevin Sembieda, 1979. Not bad. Not bad. I kind of like that. I kind of dig that one. He did a couple things in here. More Kevin. It's a good one. That would fit in. That fits into the aesthetic of the time. But he must have done most of the art for this. Yep, another good one. As you can tell, the quality on this product is a little bit better than the Temple one. The Temple one had the most bitchin' cover. I was like so disappointed. Oh, there you go. Yep. Even these guys look pretty good. The old gnomes. More Sembieda. Dungeon of the Lost Soul. So anyway, yeah, just look them up on the Internet Archive. Who did that cover? Oh, that was Bob Bledsaw's kid did the cover. The owner of the company did this cover. I like the natives. It's like the dwarves and the gnomes here, or whatever they're supposed to be. They look a little jinky.
They look more cartoonish.
Yeah, and then like you look at the natives, it kind of has a little style to it, which I kind of dig. Oh well. All right. Here we go. Guys,
get some comments in there so you can be
Yep.
Send a message within the last 15 minutes to enter. So
yeah, if you guys want to win, I'm going
something in there.
I'm going to do 2 of these. Okay. Chris Miller was kind enough to donate again. A couple copies of Mad Scribe for donation for to send out to you guys. If you're interested, just type something in the chat. We'll give you a minute or so. If you're if you guys are still out there, like Uriah, Dan, Paul, if you guys want to be entered into this, you got to type something in the chat. Even if it could just be one letter, a number.
Yep. Don't forget to clip that like button. Don't forget about our friend Wonky. Could use some help with his subscribers.
Yeah, he's just starting out.
Yep.
We got him on the right foot last week. If you're not subscribed, go over to his channel. He did a little premiere video. Wonky is working on My Adventure.
Disco says, "Give me that loot." We're giving away a new car tonight, a Tesla Cybertruck.
All right. Give you guys 20 seconds here.
Is there Matthew Sentence asked, "Did I lose my membership?" I don't know.
Did I lose my membership? They may only be for a month, and then I think either you can either win one, Matthew, or maybe you have to re-up on your own. I think that's what it is.
If you were one of those winners when like Snake Oil or Kevin did them, and
And guys, I'm going to put my email in the chat.
20 seconds on the clock.
All right.
We got
I see that.
The Badger.
I'll take care of that. Badger. Don't forget about Troll Lords, Castle Zaga. Yep, I did back that one. You know, if you're backing the Shadow Dark one, consider backing this too. I did both. This is Gary. This is from Gary Gygax. This is probably, and this is more into his you know, his power zone, shall we say.
The first part of my last name is pronounced like Cena. Matthew Senance.
Viewers, regulars. Okay, if you are a member, you get 2 times. So
Snake Oil just made it rain.
Oh man, Snake Oil, Sean, $5. There you go. Tyler, Rob, man, you are very kind. Snake Oil every week, in and out. Thank you so much. Thank you to Kevin for that nice donation earlier.
You did it again today too,
and all you guys who super chatted. Yep. Okay. If we get the same winner, I'll just choose another one.
Got 120 people in there.
Okay. All right, guys, we got 120 entries. I'm going to pick the first one here. 5. Remember, you just have to type something in the comment. 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. Our winner for the first one is Surly.
Oh, give me oh my Jiminy Christmas.
OMG.
Your name is Toby.
Congrats, Surly. Dashgabbers@gmail.com.
You're banned.
Yep. Let's find our second one. 5, 4, 3, a 2, a 1. Boom. Shadow and Sun.
There you go.
Oh boy. We got VIPs winning tonight. Very good.
Get your address to Double D in that email.
Yep. I'll put it in one more time, boys. Dashgabbers@gmail.com. Oops.
And those aren't the only 2 books in the whole world. You can go on and buy them.
Yeah. Yeah, if you guys go, if you didn't win, but you still want them, it's our buddy Chris Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look up Mad Scribe Magazine.
I was looking through it during our production meeting. Looks super interesting. You guys will be happy with it.
I shall say, little sneak preview here, but Chris has something buzzing in the hopper.
Oh, that's awesome.
So maybe there'll be more news on that
next week.
Yeah.
In the coming weeks. Let's not put them
coming weeks.
Yeah. Let's not put them under the gun like that.
Yep. So Surly and Shadow and Sun, congratulations on your big wins. And like I said, send me your addies. I will get that out to you.
Pissy didn't win, but he is.
Bitter dregs.
Oh yeah, sub to Shadow's channel. Yeah, Shadow and Sun is a legit YouTuber. In addition to helping out Wonky, if you're not already a subscriber to Shadow and Sun, subscribe.
It doesn't cost anything to subscribe.
Yep.
And it just helps them create content with some funding. They can get monetized.
That's right. Gets them on track.
Mm-hmm.
What did we win? Says Shadow and Sun. Copy the latest issue of Mad Scribe magazine.
Yep.
Look just above Shadow. You'll see my email address. And just send me your address, and I'll mail it out to you.
Yep.
Try to get it out by the end of the week, if I can, guys. Well, that's all.
Yabba dabba dabba.
That was a dense show.
That's all,
It was
folks.
very dense.
Compact.
This green box is testament to our ability to think on our feet, overcome technical issues. At first, I was like, "Oh man,
we made it work."
Yeah, we got to be able to read these people's chats. I blame the power outage. We had like 50-mile-an-hour winds going on earlier.
Yeah, it's super windy where we live, and power went out at my house. Power went out at Double D's house.
Yep. And then, sometimes that, of course, caused the computer to go, and it threw everything into a tizzy. A tizzy. All right, well, guys, no O&R with no Rorik this week. So we'll let you go early. go over to another channel. Ooh.
Oh.
Right before we head out. Le Chevalier d'Ulysse. That is a mouthful. A good mouthful, though. Canadian $2. A call to prayer? Really? Yes. Apparently you must be behind. I'm going to guess you are behind in the show. Yep. There's Wonkies. Just type in the Wonky. You'll find it. And Shadow and Sons is Shadow and Sons too. All right, guys.
See you next it.
See you guys.
Peace out, everybody.
Yep. We'll send you out with something. Thanks for your generosity tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. Paizo, a company of lunatics. I honestly can't believe they attached their name because Paizo actually offered something in that bundle. They wanted to be seen with, punch a Nazi, punch a billionaire. Real funny. Be careful who you give your money to. Just have a darn good reason. You know, I'm not gonna hold you over the fire if you do, but man, just have a good reason. Because these people hate your guts. They fucking hate you. Plenty of good options out there. Greg Gillespie will take your money. He don't hate you. Troll Lord Games don't hate you. Even Shadow Dark, even Kelsey. I mean, I don't know what they think in their, but you know what? Their companies, you know, they don't get political. Republicans buy sneakers too. All right.
Famous Michael Jordan quote.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Well, for Crazy Mouse, this is your friendly neighborhood Double D signing off for another week. You guys take care, and we will talk very, very soon. Have a great rest of the night. Be good. Peace.
Straight to the top, leave them crying for more. I've seen you burn on before. Fiery night, you come on like a flame, then you turn a cold shoulder. Fiery night, I wanna give you my love, but you just take a little piece of my heart. You just tear it apart. Moving in for the kill tonight. You got every advantage when they put out the lights. It's not so pretty when it fades away, 'cause it's just an illusion in this